Hi everyone, Mas is here. So I have a very old laptop. I can say it's almost 10 years old at home, and I never actually use it because I don't have the license for Windows anymore. And also it's super old and slow. I can't really do anything with it. So I decided to clean it up, give it a new look, and also I want to change the Windows operating system. Right now is running a Windows 10. I want to change it to Ubuntu Linux, and from there I just want to start a new course, or let's call it a new series of tutorial to teach you how to do Python programming as an engineer. So I don't want to go into the detail of the Python itself, but I just want to show you how as an engineer you can work with Linux and also do some sort of programming in it. Especially the good news is I will be using PyQt framework. So basically, if you're familiar with a Qt framework as a C++ programmer, you can use the same feature in Python programming language to program in a user interface GUI. I have another video on my channel if you're interested to look to see what you can do exactly. So that's a separate video. For now, let's not waste any more time, and let's see how we can basically clean this laptop up and then install Linux on it. So first of all, for sure I need to remove the battery. It's a little the battery is also dead. It's it's not in really good shape. It doesn't keep any charge at all. And then let's see how we can open the back of the laptop. And for sure, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of dust over here piled up. That's why the fan makes a lot of noise. So I won't explain anymore. I just fast forward the video, and I'll talk to you after I open the back of the laptop. right, so we just disassembled everything, and I had a lot of trouble, to be honest. I had to figure it out, but now we have the motherboard in our hand, and I'll just do some cleanup. Just a quick, this is the fan. As you see, there are a lot of dust over here piled up. I need to clean all this up, and yeah, I had the VGA port, I had the serial port, USB HDMI, and also this the small thing, just an electronic thing. This small thing is basically your Wi-Fi. You see, where am I? Yeah, that's your Wi-Fi right over here. And we don't want to mess with that because that's the key component in our laptop. Also, you see our RAMs over here, and we have a big piece of copper bar which goes around or on top of the CPU, and then it goes to a fan to cool that off. So I just don't want to talk more. I'll cut the video off here, and I'll do the cleanup, and then I'll assemble the laptop again, and we'll go to the software part. So just a second, I think I showed you a component a few seconds ago, and I said that's the Wi-Fi, which I was wrong. So this thing is not Wi-Fi actually, this is the Bluetooth module. Wi-Fi is down over here. It's actually, I believe it's a Broadcom chip. Alright, so now everything is assembled together again. I cleaned up the fan. It still makes some noise, but it's absolutely better than before. Now it's the time to change the Windows to Ubuntu, and then we can install the Python, Qt, and so on. And first of all, I'm just recording this screen from my camera. I'm not using a screen recorder because I want to show you the whole process. And I'm not installing the Ubuntu on a virtual box or VMware or virtual machine. That's why I have to use a camera instead when I restart and reboot the computer. So first of all, I made sure, because I want to wipe out everything, I made sure my hard drive is empty. As you see, my hard drives, I just formatted them again to make sure nothing is left there. I don't care about the C drive because my Windows is right here and I don't have any personal file. That's why I will format everything, and then I'll install Linux. So the first thing you need to do, or first tool you need to have, is just a 4 GB flash drive or USB drive. I have an 8 GB, which is more than enough. So first thing you need to do, you just go to Ubuntu website. You can just Google it, download Ubuntu desktop, and you need to download the ISO file of the Ubuntu, which is the main file of the Linux distribution. So I prefer to install just the latest version. You have two options over here. One is the lifetime support, and the other one is just the latest one. Yeah, I don't want to go deep into the Linux. You can just search to find out what's the difference, but for now I just downloaded to Ubuntu to 20.10. What you download is basically an ISO file, and it's not basically live or bootable. To do that, basically you need to install a software, another piece of software. I use the software called Universal USB Installer. There are many of them, but I prefer this one because it's really easy to work with. And you see, if you go to their website, you just Google Universal USB Installer, and as you see on this screenshot, or maybe we can just download it over here. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is just a portable software. You don't need to install anything. So the first thing you need to do, you just insert your USB into the USB port of your laptop. And then over here, you just select what you're installing. Basically, I'm installing Ubuntu. I want to make a live or bootable flash drive. And then over here, you just need to point out to the Ubuntu ISO file. Because I already done that and I don't have the ISO on my hard drive right now, I can show you. You just simply go here and select your ISO file, and this will turn to green. And then you just select the destination, the USB driver here, and then you click on the create. Depends on the speed of your system, it takes a few minutes. And then you have a bootable or live USB drive of Ubuntu Linux. And now you're ready, basically. Everything is done. You're ready to install the Ubuntu. What you need to do, you just need to restart your machine once. And different laptops, they have different keys. But to change the boot preference at the beginning, because right now, or normally laptop boots from the hard drive and from the C drive, to be more specific. But right now we want to change it to boot from the USB, because our live USB drive is inserted in your USB port. This laptop, I searched a little bit and I found out that I have to keep pressing F12. For your case, it might be F8 or another key on your keyboard to change the boot preference. As you see over here, I continuously press the F12 key, and now I go to and I change the boot preference over here to the USB. And I hit enter, and as you see, it automatically detected the Ubuntu on my USB drive. And now I hit the enter, and it takes a while, and it automatically preloads the operating system from my USB drive. It gives me a chance basically to try out to see if all my hardware drives are working with this distribution before wiping out everything. I already done that and I made sure everything is working, but I just want to show you over here. Let's wait 1 more minute or a few more seconds. It's just doing, some system work. Is nothing to be worried about, so you don't need to read anything over here. It's just initially basically setting up a few things on your hard drive to boot the laptop from the USB. At this time we haven't installed anything. Okay, here we go. So as you see, you basically, that's how your laptop will look like after you install the Ubuntu. So right now I'm just running the Ubuntu from the USB. It's a little slow right now, but it still is way faster than my laptop or my Windows laptop. And just as a heads up, before installing the Ubuntu, make sure everything is working at this time. I mean, you just make sure your Wi-Fi works, make sure your sound card works, and etc. If you care about Bluetooth and etc., just make sure everything is working before wiping out everything. Because I already verified those, I just go ahead and click on this install Ubuntu 20.10, which is on my desktop. Okay, the first step is just select the language. For me, English works. and I just hit the continue. And again, just the keyboard layout. So over here, I just need to connect to the internet, and I just need to enter my Wi-Fi password. Hopefully I remember it. Okay, let's see if it works. It's yeah, fortunately it worked, and now my Wi-Fi is connected. And so here at this step, you have a few options to install the Ubuntu, because for me, I want to wipe out everything. Basically, I don't want to keep anything on my laptop, because as I said, this is an old laptop. I don't have any important information. I already backed up everything. So I want to basically, the first question it asks me is, what apps would you like to install to start with? I go with the normal, but if you want to keep your Windows and you want to basically have a dual boot laptop, and you want to install the Ubuntu, besides Windows, I recommend to go with the minimal installation to make sure you have enough space and CPU performance basically. But I go with the first one, normal, and also I want to install the third-party software for graphic Wi-Fi hardware. This is basically automatically installs all the drives or drivers for my hardware. And also I want to download the updates while installing the Ubuntu as well. And you're ready. Just hit the continue. Okay, at this step, as I said, you need to select. You want to keep your Windows 10. This is my current operating system. For you, it might be Windows 7 or anything else. But you have two options basically, or three options to be more precise. First one, you just install the Ubuntu besides your current Windows operating system. But for me, as I said, I want to erase the disk and install Ubuntu from scratch, because I'm not sure if there's any virus on my hard drive. I just want to erase everything and continue basically. And I just hit install now. For sure it asks me, are you sure you want to do that? Because it will erase everything and it will install the fresh Ubuntu on my machine instead. Okay, so right now I just need to select the time. I am not sure if yeah, Toronto, Canada is in the list. So I just select it and then hit continue. Okay, so this step you just, as usual, same as Windows, you just need to set up a username and password if you would. And if it's just a kiosk station somewhere and you don't have any username and password required, you just select the login automatically. For me, I want to have a user for sure, and I just call it okay, and for sure I just select window or password to log in. Okay, and I select require my password to log in for sure. because I will store my personal file on this laptop. Okay, and from now on it will take a few minutes, as I said, depends on the speed of your laptop, to install the whole thing. And I will just fast forward the video because I don't want to waste your time, and we'll talk afterwards. Alright, so in the last step, you just need to restart your laptop. Basically, at this time, the installation of the Ubuntu is finished. You can just continue testing the different features, or you can just restart and basically boot your laptop with the new operating system. I would restart it right now. And again, it's basically finalizing the installation. It might remove some temporary files and so on. So right now I don't have any more Windows 10 at all. So right now it's booting right away, and it's loading Ubuntu Linux as my main operating system. I don't have any dual installation, and as you see, it's running starting the Ubuntu. Alright, there you have it. So now the Ubuntu is all set up and you're logged in as your user, and so the rest is just Linux installation and upgrades. I don't want to go into that details. There are too many good videos on YouTube and other good reads and books and etc. for Linux. For now, I think we just want to end the video over here. And just to wrap up, to summarize, if you have an old laptop or an old PC desktop, and or maybe you don't have the license for Windows, you can just simply upgrade to Linux. And my personal suggestion is Ubuntu desktop version, and from there you can basically install anything you want. There are too many apps for Ubuntu out there. You can just search, Google it. There are basically equivalent of Microsoft Office, etc. for Ubuntu. In our case, because the ultimate idea of making these videos is showing how you can write code in Python and using the Qt framework, which is called PyQt. And yes, I think I'm going to end the video over here, and thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any question.